At DMV, a Delaware state trooper killed in Wilmington, the latest on the suspect and DMV operations statewide. Big technology upgrades are coming to the Ocean City Police Department, including the use of artificial intelligence.
Good Wednesday morning, Delmarva. Temperatures are actually in the 40s this morning, in for a jolly Christmas day with plenty of sunshine. But will that sunshine last into our Christmas day? I'll have the answer next.
Holiday roads, we look at the busy period for those heading elsewhere and those making their way to Delmarva.
This is CoastTV News Today.
We are getting a live look at the Bay Bridge this morning. This spans the Chesapeake. Looks like it's not a busy roadway right now. That might not be the same story later today because we are expecting many people to be traveling on Delmarva to their Christmas destination. And it's a busy highway in Delaware for drivers either heading elsewhere or heading here. This is up in Wilmington, right by Philadelphia, or points north in Route 1. This is near the Christiana Mall in Newark. As we can see, there are cars on the road. This is a busier look than we just saw on the Bay Bridge. And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Matt Pensick and Grace Eckerly have the day off. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour on this Christmas Eve. And I want to thank Chris for being with us this morning. Chris, I know you have your mind on the 7 fishes tonight. You are Italian. That's a big deal for you. So thank you for being up with us. I know you're dreaming about food, but we need to talk about the weather.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Elisa. Yeah, a big afternoon for us Italians, heading up to my uncle's house with all the family after midday. So hopefully the traffic isn't too bad as I make my way up back to South Jersey. Taking a live look into Ocean City. Temperature's not too bad this morning. In fact, we're at 47 degrees in Ocean City. That's more where we should be for our average highs for this time of year. And it's very quite balmy considering where we've been in recent days. We're at 42 in Millsboro, 45 in Georgetown. Winds are out of the west, and they'll pick up a bit through the morning, gusting to 25 miles an hour as a weak cold front pushes through the area. High pressure is going to be building in for our Christmas Eve, and we're really looking at a spectacular day. Wall-to-wall sunshine, temperatures rising into right around 50 degrees this afternoon. Again, those winds out of the northwest gusting to near 25 miles an hour. So we're looking at a jolly Christmas Eve, picture perfect. Now, as we go into Christmas morning, we could see a brief sprinkle, but we're going to have the gift of clouds this Christmas. No white Christmas, and we are looking at a rather tranquil day after we get past that shower threat in the morning. Then we're going to kick off a rather active stretch of weather. As we go into Friday night through Saturday, we could be dealing with a brief wintry mix to rain. I'll talk more about that coming up in my full 70 forecast a little later on in the newscast.
Thank you, Chris. Tragic news out of northern Delaware. A state trooper was shot and killed at a Wilmington DMV on Tuesday afternoon. Authorities say it happened during an active shooter situation, but law enforcement acted quickly to secure the scene. Governor Meyer says along with the trooper, the shooter is also dead. They say there is no threat to the public at this time.
What happened today was an act of pure evil. And if not for the heroism of several troopers and other officers, the consequences could have been so much worse.
In response to the tragic shooting, Delaware DMVs are closing. The agency says the Delaware City, Dover, and Georgetown locations will be closed today through Friday. Centers will resume its normal schedule on Monday, December 29th. However, officials say the Wilmington DMV will be closed until further notice. Delaware House Speaker Melissa Minor Brown issued a statement saying in part, quote, "Our hearts are with the family and loved ones of the state trooper, with the victims of today's shooting and the entire Delaware community," end quote. Governor Meyer is ordering all flags at state buildings be flown at half-staff in remembrance of the state trooper who lost his life. According to Meyer, the flags will remain at half-staff until further notice. For more information on this developing situation, you can head to the article on our website, CoastTV.com. New overnight, at least 2 people are dead with others missing after a fire and explosion at a Pennsylvania nursing home on Tuesday. That's according to officials. Emergency crews responded to the scene at the facility about 20 miles northwest of Philadelphia. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro said first responders rushed to get the facility's elderly residents to safety. Authorities haven't officially given a cause for the fire and explosion. However, the local utility in a statement said an explosion occurred while crews were on site in the afternoon. Well, it is Christmas Eve, which means we can expect many people to be on the road heading to their holiday destinations. AAA projects 122.4 million Americans to travel, which is a 2.22% increase in comparison to last year. AAA reports record holiday travel for Delaware, with about 356,000 travelers, mostly by car. Nearly 2.5 million Marylanders are expected to travel, 90% by car. And we did speak with some people who are traveling. One person is headed 6 hours up to Ithaca, New York from the Delaware coast for the holidays. And they say this time of year, there is an added layer of stress when driving.
So it's not easy to travel in general, but then at Christmas time, it's even more crowded and more difficult. And then there's snow involved, especially when you're going up to Ithaca, so you have to factor that in as well.
AAA says that today the best times to travel is before 10 a.m. and the worst times to travel are between 1 and 7 p.m. If you are driving this week, you are paying less at the pump compared to last year. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of gas is down at 19 cents. In Delaware, AAA lists the average price of a gallon at $2.71. When you break it down by county, Sussex County's average is $2.75. It is slightly higher in Maryland at $2.77. When you average the Eastern Shore counties, it is about 5 cents less than the state average. DART has announced its holiday operations schedule on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. DART says it will operate normally. On Christmas and New Year's Day, DART services will not run statewide. The Delaware Office of Highway Safety is bringing back the Sober Rides program for New Year's Eve. The Don't Drop the Ball campaign means you can get a $20 voucher for Lyft and Uber. The vouchers are redeemable for 5 p.m. on New Year's Eve to 3 a.m. on New Year's Day. Delawareans can visit mysoberrides.com to get the vouchers. New this morning, according to the Ocean City Police Department, much of the department's current technology is failing, but now a wide-ranging tech overhaul is on the way. According to Police Chief Raymond Austin, the issues have led to the town to approve major tech upgrades, including the use of artificial intelligence. The plan also includes new tasers with longer range, updated in-car and body cameras, a drone detection system, and a real-time crime center. Homeowner Frank Howard says the police department gives him peace of mind.
One of the reasons why we like it down here, we feel it's pretty safe, but it can always be better.
And Ocean City leaders say the total cost is nearly $5 million over 5 years. The technology is expected to go live in early 2026. This just in, the Supreme Court blocked the Trump administration's plans to deploy National Guard troops in Illinois over the arguments of local officials. It is a rare defeat for President Trump from this court, and NBC's Alice Barr shows us how the ruling may have ramifications for future administration moves.
This morning, the Trump administration weighing its next moves after the Supreme Court blocked an effort to deploy National Guard troops in Illinois in a crime crackdown. The Illinois governor calling the ruling a win for democracy and a, quote, important step in curbing the Trump administration's consistent abuse of power. He has vocally opposed troops coming into Chicago, saying it's not necessary and not what residents want.
They want civilian law enforcement when they need them, and jobs, and after-school programs for kids in the neighborhoods. They do not want Donald Trump to occupy their communities.
A White House spokesperson writing that President Trump, quote, activated the National Guard to protect federal law enforcement officers and to ensure rioters did not destroy federal buildings and property. Nothing in today's ruling detracts from that core agenda, noting the troops support immigration enforcement officers and that the administration will keep working to safeguard the public. President Trump has long defended his National Guard strategy.
We have the right to do it, because I have an obligation to protect this country.
The High Court justices rejected the Trump administration's claims that Chicago has become so lawless it justifies invoking a law allowing the president to call National Guard troops into federal service in extreme situations like a rebellion. The ruling is a rare rebuke from the conservative Supreme Court, and while it's preliminary and only for Illinois, it's likely to bolster similar challenges to National Guard deployments in other American cities. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Developing news, the ACLU of Delaware has filed a complaint in Superior Court accusing 3 public school districts of charging excessive fees for public records. This includes Cape Henlopen, Woodbridge, and Christiana. Delaware law requires public agencies to work to reduce administrative fees. The ACLU argues the districts charged inflated hourly rates and excessive staff time for records that were provided at no cost in previous years. In a response included in the court filing, Cape Henlopen Assistant Superintendent Luann Hudson said fee differences are due to staffing, training, and access. And we are just getting started this morning on CoastTV News Today. We still have a lot more news to get to. Coming up, plans for a new path, what Maryland officials say is next in order to make a new shared use path a reality. And decision developing, comments now closed for a major plan development in Sussex County. What could be a next decision on the proposal that is still nowhere in sight? And Delmarva holiday dates will tell you how much longer you can shop and enjoy some of the holiday features across Delmarva. And First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono is in our weather center. We will check in with him right after the break.
Good Wednesday morning, Delmarva, making those final preparations for Christmas Day as we take a live look into Salisbury. 45 degrees, more near where we should be for average highs for this time of year. We're at 50 in Bethany, 39 in Redden, 38 in Harrington. We have a weak cold front that's pushing through the area. Basically just going to change our wind direction, kick up the winds a bit late this morning through the early afternoon, but we're in for a gorgeous Christmas Eve. Temperatures getting up to around 50. We'll have a few clouds that begin to increase into the evening, and then overnight will fall into the lower 30s. As we take a look at some of our more record-setting Christmases, our warmest was 74 back in 2015, record low of 2 degrees set back in 1989, and the most snow we ever received in Georgetown on Christmas Day was over 5 inches back in 1909, and then we picked up over 2 inches of rain there back in 1986. We're going to be right between these extremes tomorrow. We're going to be right around the 50-degree mark, but more clouds than sun. We'll talk more about that. Plus an active weekend ahead that will bring a wide range of weather over the weekend. I'll go more in detail with that coming up. My full forecast here in a few minutes. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris. A quick reminder, our holiday special, A Delmarvelous Christmas, airs at 11 p.m. tonight and 6 p.m. on Christmas Day. It's a lot of fun. You won't want to miss it. In Ocean City, the Winterfest of Lights is open daily, including Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Their hours each night are 5:30 to 9:30. There is no train on Christmas Eve, but you can still get a photo with Santa Claus. Winterfest of Lights runs through New Year's Eve. And if you still have some holiday shopping to do, the Tanger outlets in Rehoboth Beach are open today, Christmas Eve. You can shop from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The outlets are closed on Christmas Day. Paramount has just upped the ante in its hostile takeover bid for the Warner Brothers Discovery. The company has announced that Larry Ellison, the father of Paramount CEO David Ellison, will personally guarantee that $40 billion to bankroll the transaction. The Ellisons will also let shareholders peer into the finances of their family trust. The Warner Bros. Board of Directors has rejected Paramount's bid multiple times, the board opting instead to go with an offer from Netflix, which Warner Bros. Discovery says is more valuable. Barnes & Noble plans to open 60 new stores across the United States in 2026. The announcement comes after nearly 2 decades of the company closing stores. The bookseller says the expansion follows a period of strong sales in existing stores. The new locations are expected to open in D.C., California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Ohio, Texas, Virginia, and Washington State.
A beautiful Christmas Eve ahead of us here on Delmarva. Wall-to-wall sunshine, temperatures around 50. Even our Christmas Day could see a brief shower in the morning. Otherwise, more clouds than sun. We'll talk about some active weather over the weekend, and then another cold blast is on the horizon. We'll talk about it coming up next.
The time is now 5:18, and we are taking a live look outside at Ocean City on this Christmas Eve. Chris, we need clear weather for our last-minute shoppers. But of course, for Santa Claus, come on.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm a last-minute shopper too, and I've done some shopping on Christmas Eve in the past, and we're going to be doing some we're going to have some really nice weather today. In fact, plenty of sunshine is going to be with us throughout the peninsula. Temperature-wise, not all that bad. In fact, 45 degrees. We're at 47 in Milton, 43 Milford. Cool spot there. Harrington coming in at 37. Winds are beginning to shift more out of the northwest. We have more of a west wind right now, and we're between about 10 to 15 miles an hour. The winds will pick up a bit here through the morning, early part of the afternoon, gusting 25 to perhaps 30 miles an hour as this front pushes through, but that's really all the front's going to do. We have high pressure is going to be building in briefly before another weak disturbance will pass through the area early tomorrow morning. Now, our rain chances, yes, we're talking rain, not snow, unfortunately, for some. We're going to have a few rain chances, at least a brief shower tomorrow morning, and then a better chance Friday night through Saturday, and then another chance we have Sunday into Monday with an Arctic front. 48 this afternoon in Milford. We'll see a high of 50 in Georgetown, 51 in Vienna, high of 51 Salisbury to 50 in Chincoteague. So there's those winds out of the northwest through the afternoon. We stay mostly sunny. High clouds will begin to increase late in the afternoon through the evening, and that will give way to a mostly cloudy night. There you see by tomorrow morning a brief sprinkle, very brief. If you sleep in, you might miss it. By the afternoon, we have mostly cloudy skies, and temperatures are going to be generally right around the 50-degree mark as we go into the day tomorrow. So Santa rolling in tonight, 31 degrees for our overnight low with mostly cloudy skies. Then as we go into our Christmas day, we have that brief sprinkle shower chance, and then looking at generally a cloudy day. Winds are going to be out of the southwest, anywhere between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Then things get a little interesting as we go into Friday night through Saturday. If you're doing any travel and say north of the Mason-Dixon line, you're going to run into some treacherous travel. I think for most of Delmarva, we could begin as a brief wintry mix, then go primarily over to rain as that wind comes off the warmer ocean. But you could see for northern portions of Jersey, northeastern portions of Pennsylvania, accumulating snow, growing likely there. Could even have a period of sleet and freezing rain up in those areas as well. Then that system kicks out into Saturday afternoon. Then as we go into Sunday night through Monday, right on its heels, another system bringing primarily rain, but this is an Arctic front that's going to be bringing a blast of cold air as we round out the year and begin 2026. And then there's that outlook from December 29th through the 2nd of January, relatively below normal temperatures as we ring in the new year. We're at 39 for Friday, so it's going to be a rather cold, raw day, and then that system will roll in late Friday through Saturday. Most of Saturday is dry. I think there's a lot of clouds. We're going to struggle to get out of the mid-40s, and then we're looking at 48 into Sunday with that late rain. 53, a little deceiving, because I think that's going to come early in the morning, and then we drop through the day. And then by Tuesday, we're looking at a temperature of 34 degrees as we count down those final days of 2025. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris. Cool Spring Crossing is a proposed mixed-use development with more than 1,900 homes, including workforce housing, a YMCA, and a hotel located off of Route 9 and Cool Spring Road in the Harbison area. This week, the applicant responses to various questions and comments were made public. Now that Cool Spring has responded and public comments are closed, County Council will take all of this information and make a decision sometime next year. People we spoke with in the community have split opinions.
There's a lot of people in Sussex County who can't afford market rate housing right now, and this provides an opportunity to have that kind of diversity.
It's not just the ocean, it's the rural character of the whole area. And, you know, it looks like they want to turn it into a major metropolitan area.
Again, we don't have any idea of the timeline on when a decision could be made on this development. Up next on CoastTV News today, plans for a new path. We'll tell you what is next in Maryland for Route 611. We'll be right back. Worcester County is taking the first step toward a new shared use path along Route 611. The project is aimed at giving people a safer way to bike or walk between West Ocean City and communities heading toward Assateague. A feasibility study conducted by the county shows a path adjacent to the highway, in addition to a potential boardwalk on parts of it, but it will take time.
Be patient. You probably won't see it getting built for about 3 years. We're anticipating at least a year for design. Then we'll have to apply for the grant for construction.
Worcester County officials say after the design work is complete, the next step is applying for separate funding to build the path.
Good Wednesday morning, Delmarva. One more day to the big day here on Delmarva, Ocean City. We're coming in at 49 degrees, so a mild start across the area, and we're going to have plenty of sunshine doing the last minute shopping. 48 by noon in Ocean City, 50 in Fenwick Island. Winds are going to pick up out of the northwest, and we're between about 20 to 30 miles an hour, 47 in Lewis and Rehoboth. Plenty of sunshine. We'll see a few high clouds begin to roll in. Looks like late in the day, pretty much in the evening time frame, so very nice along Cambridge and Crisfield this afternoon. We'll get up to around 49 and then 48 in Crisfield. So all in all, pretty nice day. Seasonable on the peninsula this afternoon. Michael Yusko, congratulations from Lewis, Delaware. You just won an umbrella from CoastTV, and you can always call our CoastTV First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Proxima Now Federico, for your latest forecast. I'll have your latest Christmas Day forecast, plus some active weather to round out the week into the weekend. We'll talk more about that in the next half hour.
After the break on CoastTV News Today, important travel times will tell you what you need to know before heading to your holiday destinations. Major technology upgrades are coming to the Ocean City Police Department, including the use of artificial intelligence. And DMV response to deadly shooting will tell you about changes in Delaware after the scary situation on Tuesday. CoastTV News Today returns after the break.
Now on Coast TV News.
Deadly shooting at DMV. A Delaware state trooper killed in Wilmington. The latest on the suspect and DMV operations statewide. Big technology upgrades are coming to the Ocean City Police Department, including the use of artificial intelligence.
Good Wednesday morning, Delmarva. Temperatures are actually in the 40s this morning, in for a jolly Christmas day with plenty of sunshine. But will that sunshine last into our Christmas day? I'll have the answer next.
Holiday roads, we look at the busy period for those heading elsewhere and those making their way to Delmarva.
This is Coast TV News Today.
We are taking a live look at the Bay Bridge this morning. This spans the Chesapeake. Not as busy as we usually see it. We're seeing a couple cars this morning, a couple more than we checked last half hour. Later today, we expect plenty of traffic as people head to their destinations for Christmas Day. And this is North Route 1, which is a busy highway in Delaware. For drivers coming here or for those going north to Wilmington or Philadelphia, this is near the Christiana Mall in Newark. As you can see, it is a busy roadway this morning as people likely head to their Christmas Eve destinations. And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour on this Wednesday morning. It's not just any Wednesday, though. It is Christmas Eve. This might be an unpopular opinion, Chris, but I'm happy there's no snow in the forecast. 50-degree temperatures on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. You know what? I don't care. I love it.
Good morning, Elisa. Yeah, I have my snow lovers on one side, and then I have my warm weather lovers on the other side. And we're been more of a mild stretch here over the next few days. 45 in Salisbury. Average high for this time of year is 48. So giving you a perspective of where we're at this morning, kind of a balmy start across the area. We're at 50 Bethany Beach, 48 Rehoboth, 44 Laurel, cool spots there, 39 in Bridgeville, and we're at 36 in Harrington. We're running about 8 degrees warmer in Georgetown and Salisbury than where we were just 24 hours ago. We've had more of a west wind through the overnight. We'll see those winds shift more out of the northwest as a cold front pushes through the area, but the front's not going to bring us any moisture, just going to change the wind direction as high pressure slowly slides to our east here for our Christmas Eve. So plenty of sunshine through the day today. Beautiful, 50 degrees by this afternoon. And again, those winds will pick up out of the northwest, gusting to 25 miles an hour throughout the afternoon. Now, as we roll into our Christmas Day, we're going to have more clouds than sun, unfortunately. Not a white Christmas this year, but we are going to see a brief shower, very brief in the morning. And then we're going to kind of hover right around the 50-degree mark here over the next 2 days before some unsettled weather rolls in Friday night through Saturday. And that's going to kick off an unsettled stretch of weather through the weekend, plus some more Arctic air lurks in that extended forecast. I'll have more on that coming up a little bit later on the newscast.
Thank you, Chris. Tragic news out of northern Delaware. A state trooper was shot and killed at a Wilmington DMV on Tuesday afternoon. Authorities say it happened during an active shooter situation, but law enforcement acted quickly to secure the scene. Governor Meyer says along with the trooper, the shooter is dead. They say there is no threat to the public at this time. In response to that tragic shooting, Delaware DMVs are closing. The agency says the Delaware City, Dover, and Georgetown locations will be closed today through Friday. Centers will resume its normal schedule on Monday, December 29th. However, officials say the Wilmington DMV will be closed until further notice. Governor Meyer is ordering all flags at state buildings be flown at half-staff in remembrance of the state trooper who lost his life. According to Meyer, the flags will remain at half-staff until further notice. According to Ocean City Police, much of the department's technology is failing, but now a wide-ranging tech overhaul is on the way. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zippe shows us what changes are coming and how they could improve public safety.
Keeping Ocean City safe, that's the Ocean City Police Department's top priority, and it's something homeowner Frank Howard says gives him peace of mind.
That's one of the reasons why we like it down here. We feel it's pretty safe, but you know, it can always be better.
But according to the police chief Raymond Austin, some of the department's current technology is failing, leading the town to approve major tech upgrades, including the use of artificial intelligence, Axon AI.
Police say they recently completed a 3-month trial using the system for writing up reports. 12 officers participated, and according to the department, they saw a 58% reduction in the time it took for them to write reports.
The system also offers live language translation in the field. Howard says that means more time for officers on the road.
I think any kind of technology that helps our police officers is a plus.
The plan also includes new tasers with longer range, updated in-car and body cameras, a drone detection system, and a real-time crime center called Fusus. The total cost, nearly $5 million over 5 years. The technology is expected to go live in early 2026. I'm Kevin Zippe, Ocean City, Coast TV News.
It is Christmas Eve, which means we can expect many people to be on the road heading to their holiday destinations. AAA projects 122.4 million Americans to travel, which is a 2.22% increase in comparison to last year. AAA reports record holiday travel from Delaware with about 356,000 travelers, mostly by car. Nearly 2.5 million Marylanders are expected to travel 90% by car. AAA says today is one of the best days to travel as there is less traffic expected. If you are driving this week, you are paying less at the pump compared to last year. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of gas is down 19 cents. In Delaware, AAA lists the average price of a gallon at $2.71. When you break it down by county, Sussex County's average is $2.75. It is slightly higher in Maryland at $2.77. And when you average the Eastern Shore counties, it is about 5 cents less than the state average. DART has announced its holiday operations schedule on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. DART says it will operate normally. On Christmas Day and New Year's Day, DART services will not run statewide. The Delaware Office of Highway Safety is bringing back the Sober Rides program for New Year's Eve. The Don't Drop the Ball campaign means you can get a $20 voucher for Lyft and Uber. The vouchers are redeemable from 5 p.m. on New Year's Eve to 3 a.m. New Year's Day. Delawareans can visit mysoberrides.com to get the vouchers. And we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today. We still have a lot more news to get to. Coming up, mischief making kids smile. We'll tell you how officials at one hospital in Maryland is using a holiday trend to bring holiday cheer to kids. And the story of Haley Pinson, a softball player in Delaware who's using the sport she loves to carry her through the toughest time of her life. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
We salute Marshall Kraft. Chief Marshall Kraft began his career with the Delaware State Police in 1989 and has ascended through the ranks to become the police chief of Seaford, Delaware. His journey includes distinguished service in various roles from patrol officer to deputy director before his promotion to captain and eventually chief. Prior to law enforcement, he honorably served 4 years in the United States Navy. Chief Kraft is deeply committed to his community in Seaford, where he lives with his wife and 2 children and volunteers as a wrestling coach. We salute Chief Kraft for his dedicated service and leadership.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Hope you're doing well this Christmas Eve morning, Delmarva, as we take a live look into Ocean City, where it is 48 degrees. Doing pretty good temperature-wise this morning. 47 Milton, 43 in Seaford, 45 in Salisbury. We have a cold front that's pushing through the area, so we're going to see that wind direction change more to the northwest through the afternoon. So winds will pick up, gusting to 25 miles an hour, but we're looking at a mostly sunny day, and then we'll have partly cloudy skies through the evening as we'll fall to 38 degrees. Well, it's been some time since we've received snow on Christmas Day here in Georgetown. Our last white Christmas was back in 2002, where we picked up just over an inch. Now, to qualify for an official white Christmas, according to the National Weather Service, you need to have at least an inch or more of snow on the ground come Christmas morning. And you can see the most snow we picked up ever in Georgetown. Here's the top three. 1909, 5.5 inches. 1969, we picked up 4.1. And then in 1904, 3.3 inches of snow. We are talking about temperatures near 50 degrees over the next few days. And then we turn unsettled as we roll into the weekend. I'll have more on that here in minutes. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris. If you are heading to the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk, there's a heads up for pedestrians and cyclists. Fencing is now up in front of the Atlantic Sands Hotel as crews replace railings along the boardwalk. City officials say visitors can still walk, bike, run, and bring their dogs through the area. According to Rehoboth Beach, the fencing is expected to remain in place until mid-January, but it will be temporarily pulled back for the New Year's Eve 5K run. A holiday closure notice for Sussex County. The Indian River Life Saving Station and Visitor Center says it will be closed from December 24th through the 26th. The park is normally open from 8 a.m. to sunset every day.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Many athletes face adversity, but there's a softball player on Delmarva who's faced more than most.
Haley Pinson has always loved softball. She's played in the Smyrna area since she was a little kid, and she hasn't stopped playing despite recently being diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a type of blood cancer. Haley is actively undergoing chemotherapy, and in the process, she's still practicing, coaching, and even playing softball. She caught 4 whole games just a few days after her diagnosis. That's because the sport has helped Haley get through such a tough time.
Softball has kept me motivated. Softball has kept me on my feet. Even if I don't feel well enough to physically play that day, I still go. It brings me so much joy to go see my teammates and go see my coaches and help the younger girls. My 14U squad means everything to me. I love them. They are the sweetest girls. Even if I'm just there to help coach or help give a little bit of instruction, I'm beyond excited to go to practice every day.
For the full version of this story, check out our Facebook page. Just look up @Delmarva Sports. That's it for me. Have a nice one, folks.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 8:30, Stephen Decatur takes on Smyrna in boys basketball. Then you can catch Outdoors Delmarva at 10:30. Taylor Swift has made the holidays a little brighter for some people in need. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
Merry Christmas from Taylor Swift. The music superstar has donated $1 million to Feeding America, a nonprofit network of 200 U.S. food banks. The group's CEO announced the gift on social media, noting her continued support is a powerful reminder of what's possible when we unite to end hunger. Swift and her fans have made previous donations to the group.
He tries to get to the heart of an emotion of these characters and explore the human condition.
Leonardo DiCaprio is the latest actor to question using AI in Hollywood. The actor told Time magazine there's no humanity to AI art, and anything that is going to be authentically thought of as art has to come from the human being.
It's not real. I'm normal.
Nightmares don't make you a monster.
They do if you can make them come true.
Stranger Things is everywhere. The Tony-winning Broadway show Stranger Things: The First Shadow just had its biggest box office week since opening in April. Fueled in part, no doubt, by the streaming series returning for its final season. In Hawkins, Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up right now for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday. It is time to showcase how you are decorating your homes this holiday season. Today's holiday house picture is coming to us from the Rybix family in Milford. We are getting a look at a tree with lots of ribbon, beautifully lit up. The family is sending holiday wishes to everyone. Thank you for sending this to us. We love seeing the picture of your Christmas tree. And if you would like your festive decorations to be shared during our broadcast, you can take a look at your screen. Send in your pictures by heading to our website, coasttv.com/holidayhouse. The time is now 5:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning on a very warm Christmas Eve, Chris, I would say. It's warmer than we've had in the past couple of weeks weather-wise. I said, unpopular opinion, I like 50 degrees on Christmas.
Oh, I know, and we're right on target
Yes.
over the next few days. In fact, yes, some of us are right now at where we should be for average highs for this time of year. And one of those places is Ocean City. Average high this time of year, 48 degrees, so a mild start indeed. And we're at 50 Bethany Beach, 47 Milton, 38 in Bridgeville, the cool spot there. Harrington coming in at 37 degrees. Winds right now gusting near 15 miles an hour. Winds will pick up a bit through the morning here. We do have small craft advisories up for the Atlantic side. These run through late this afternoon. Along the bay, these are up through early this afternoon with those winds as high as 35 miles an hour. We're seeing clear skies out there across the region as a cold front pushes through the area. High pressure is going to briefly build in, and then another weak clipper system is going to pass through early tomorrow morning. So we have a slight chance of a shower for our Christmas Day. Better chance of rain rolls in Friday night through Saturday, and then we'll have another opportunity overnight Sunday through Monday. So highs today, 50 Harrington, 50 in Georgetown. We'll see a high of 51 in Vienna, 51 Salisbury to 48 in Ocean City. So we're going to see mostly sunny skies through the day today. Clouds will increase overnight ahead of that brief shower opportunity early tomorrow morning, and then by your Christmas Day afternoon, we are looking at a mostly cloudy day. So as Santa rolls in tonight, we're looking at those clouds on the increase, temperatures falling right to around 31 degrees, and then temperatures will slowly rise through a daybreak tomorrow. And then there's that brief opportunity of a shower or sprinkle. We're up to 50. So highs today and tomorrow, generally on average. As we go into Friday night, an area of low pressure is going to bring a slight chance of a wintry mix. I think the further north you go, say Newcastle County on northward, is the better chance to see some high impact winter weather. Some areas picking up a good dosage of snow. I think primarily North Jersey, northeastern portions of Pennsylvania, and then we're looking at mainly rain here on Delmarva. And then right on its heels, another system will bring another chance of rain early Monday morning as an Arctic front pushes through. But we're going to end the year on a cold note, well below average temperature as we round out the year and begin 2026. So 39 for Friday. So a cold, raw day as that precipitation will hold off until evening, overnight hours. This is primarily an overnight event. Dry most of the day on Saturday, and then there's that next front move, and then Sunday through Monday, and then temperatures crash. Windy Monday, 53, and then we're down to 34 next Tuesday. Lisa.
Maryland state employees got an early Christmas gift. State agencies and offices are closed today, December 24th. According to the state, Christmas Eve is treated like any other state holiday. On December 26th, leave is in effect for state employees, meaning employees can take the day off with approval and will not get penalized. State offices will be closed on Christmas Day. Some very special visitors have been spreading holiday cheer at Johns Hopkins Children's Center. The health organization says different units at the Children's Center have welcomed Elf on the Shelf visitors for patients spending the holidays in the hospital. Since December 1st, the elves have been getting into playful shenanigans inspired by Taylor Swift songs, TikTok trends, and more. Today marks the elves' final day of mischief for the season.
The Bless Our Children campaign continues. We're making sure that every child has something to open under the Christmas tree come Christmas morning. And we've also got these great cards that everybody's been sending in. This one says, "Oh, Holy Night" on the front. It was sent in by Lorraine Hendrick of Maryland. Lorraine, thank you so much. We're going to get it right up on the tree. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help send a donation in a holiday card, we might just read it on the air. Send a check or a money order to the address on your screen or donate online at blessourchildren.org.
And we have already raised over $334,000 to help children and families this holiday season. Again, thank you to all who have donated. The time is now 5:52 and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day. And today's coastal pet of the day is a very familiar face. On your screen right now is Benny. As you can see, this pup is more than ready for Christmas. With all those gifts behind him, we are sure Benny is on the nice list. As always, Benny was submitted to us by Tammy in Seaford. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them special. You can take a look at your screen, scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature. The time is now 5:55 and we are going to take another look at our Christmas Eve forecast, Chris.
Oh yes, and it's going to be a really nice day. We're seeing temperatures right now already in the 40s and 50s across some of our beach communities, but we are going to see those temperatures get up to right around 50 degrees this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies. Now clouds will increase late tonight ahead of a brief shower opportunity early tomorrow morning for our Christmas day. But other than that, most of the day is dry. We are at 51 degrees. And even most of Friday for Kwanzaa, we're going to be dry. But it's going to be a rather cold, raw day as we struggle to get to 40. Now, as we get into the evening and overnight hours, we'll see an opportunity for a brief wintry mix, primarily northern Delmarva. Then that goes to all rain as some warmer air filters in off the Atlantic, and then we're looking at that rain continuing into at least the first part of Saturday, and then overall a dry afternoon, more clouds than sun, and then an Arctic front will be pushing through Sunday through Monday, dropping temperatures, and then there's those temperatures back in the 30s as we ring in 2026. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris. Coming up at 6, deadly shooting at DMV. A Delaware state trooper killed in Wilmington. The latest on the suspect and DMV operations statewide. All that and more when Coast TV News Today returns.